All right, guys, welcome back to GreenMotion. So today's topic, are e-bikes good for your dog? May sound like it's a little bit of a tongue-in-cheek parody kind of thing, but it's actually true, man. We're gonna be talking about how an e-bike can actually improve the life not only for you, but for your pet as well. So today we're gonna be taking a look at a product that's gonna make that super easy to do. It's called the EasyRide. I think that was my sister's nickname back in high school. What? No. So I really do think if you have a dog that is a little bit overweight, a little too sedentary, and you are not somebody who's gonna go out taking them out for a jog, then the e-bikes are perfect because you don't even have to pedal to get your dog that exercise. And now, of course, you can just take your dog out on a regular leash and you can just get on your bike, and I've done that several times myself as well. I got some footage of that. But the thing about that is actually is very dangerous, not only for you, but for your dog as well. Now, if you're cruising down and you have the leash in your hand on the handlebars and your dog sees a squirrel or something and lurches for it, that is gonna yank you right down into the ground. So that is probably the most precarious way that you could take your dog on your bike. It's never recommended to do it like that. But with something like this EasyRide, it is actually gonna make taking your dog for a ride with your e-bike safe and convenient. So as you guys can see right here, that is the key to the unit. That is the bracket that is gonna fit on your bike seat. So the seat post itself is what that hooks into. That is right where your center of balance is strongest. All of your weight is right on top of that bike seat. So even if your dog does lurch or try to jump in another direction, you're barely even gonna feel that pull now, as opposed to being in the handlebars. And then on top of that, as you guys can see with this right here, it is actually spring loaded. So I'll show you guys the device itself. This is your EasyRide device. And then this is actually spring loaded. It's got a very tight spring in there. But if your dog does yank, it's gonna get that before it actually gets your bike even a yank. Now, usually if my dog's pulling a little bit, I don't even feel it. I just hear that and I can kind of tell she's a little bit at the end of her leash, you know, of her end of her range on there. So why don't we go ahead, take this thing outside. I will snap it onto my bike so you guys can see how easy it is to hook on. Then I will snap it onto my dog and we're gonna take her up to the park and go play some Frisbee. And then we'll come right back here afterwards and wrap it up. All right, guys, this is where the magic happens right here. We have a quick release and this bar is gonna be what keeps the leash up off the back tire. So to connect it, you just pull that, bam, there you go. And then the dog has that much range to get around and do what it needs to do back there. Usually I'll just bring her out or take another leash with her, because once we're done, sometimes to get her back on it, it's easier just to have a leash and then switch them out. Bam, there you go. All right, buddy, let's do it. guys, well, you saw how much fun that was, not just for me, but for my dog as well. Faye actually really gets excited now when I go for the garage door and pull a bike out. And if she's not going with me for the trip, then it's like sad for her. So now I got to start taking her everywhere with me. But it is great for her. I like that little warm-up she gets before we go play Frisbee, and then the little cool-down ride on the way back. So it works out great. She's in better shape than ever. And it motivates me to get outside and do something as well. So all right, guys, if you already have an e-bike and are interested in getting something like this EasyRide, and of course this is something that can be attached to any bike, it doesn't have to be an e-bike, I'll put a link right underneath the video where you can go over and check them out. And then if you guys don't happen to have an e-bike but you're interested in getting one, of course we have tons of reviews on this channel, but I also have a website that you guys can go check out. We basically have all of the bikes that we have looked at. So if you're interested in that, check out the link underneath. If you want to go check out an EasyRide for your dog, use the link underneath for that as well. And then, of course, don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Ring that little bell so you get the notification when the videos go up. And I will see you guys right back here on GreenMotion next time. Peace!